All right, the next question comes from, it's actually two questions. We combine these. Okay. I got to get myself together for this one. Okay, I got to get myself together for this. So the one at the bottom actually came in first. So I'm going to read that one first. And this is, so stay with me here. My NBA 2K League says, why does 2K neglect the My NBA, My League online community? If it's because the community is small, that's their own fault for not fixing the many lasting issues. The mode has so much potential being wasted. The community has asked for simple, big fixes. Okay, the dude 2K says, I think NBA 2K would benefit from splitting into two games, a true NBA sim and then the My Player Park City game. Many of us who prefer playing My NBA feel that 90% of 2K's efforts, etc., goes elsewhere. What are your thoughts? Okay, so the first part of this response is not as much toward the dude 2K. This is more towards My NBA 2K League. And I'm gonna say this to you, brother or sister. I don't know who I'm talking to. I got nothing but love and respect for you, and I appreciate you watching me, follow me on Twitter, all of those things. But bro, this concept, mostly that you're conveying and partially what the dude 2K is saying in his tweet, is really one of the best examples of how gamers who play one specific mode primarily can be so delusional and so unaware of the overall scope, right? So he says that 2K neglects the My NBA, My League online community. And to a degree, I understand what you're saying, because My NBA online and My League online has been broken for a while, right? There's a lot. Well, this year was much better than the previous year. Previous year, you could barely, I don't even know how or why people soldiered through the problems that it had. But the part that I really like, this is kind of one of those things where, as a person like me who is a creator, a content creator, both in YouTube and as far as writing, and my stuff goes out to everybody, MyTeam people, Park Pro-Am people, My NBA people, Play Now Online people, every mode, right? I hear all of the people talking, right? I hear the MyTeam people talking. I hear the Pro-Am, I hear everybody talking. And what I think nobody really understands or oftentimes neglects is that all of y'all seem to, well, I shouldn't say all of y'all, but many people from each one of these different communities think that they are marginalized. They think that 2K cares more about other parts of the game than theirs. And they all seem to believe that your mode is the biggest mode in the game. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm right here with you, man. I am a My NBA guy as much as any. You talking to somebody, or somebody's on your screen talking right now, who literally sat up with his 15-year-old son and created an entire new NBA universe, okay, with nothing but made up characters. I literally paid a guy to make logos that I uploaded into the game so I have used My NBA probably deeper than just about anybody else in the world who plays it. So I get it, and I understand how passionate, how much you love the mode, and how much you love franchise mode and concepts, period. I get it. But to think, if you just take a look at the grand scope, right? 2K has far and away the best franchise mode in existence. Not perfect. There are things under the hood that do not work. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what they say. things under the hood in this mode don't work, and some of it really does mess with the experience overall. That stuff needs to be fixed. But even with that, it is still far and away the best franchise mode there is. Now consider this, and I've said some of this stuff before, so some of y'all are gonna be like, yeah, I've heard him say this before, but bear with me. When you look at Madden, MLB The Show, and 2K, and I'm speaking from something that I know, I'm not guessing here. When you look at Madden, MLB The Show, and 2K, which of those games do you think has, I appreciate you, Andros, I just saw that, thank you very, very much, sir. But when you look at Madden, 2K, MLB The Show, and you guys, I will get to the chat, I got to look at it differently this time. I haven't been able to do it though. But again, if you look at Madden, MLB, and 2K, which of those games do you think has the largest franchise mode community? I know the answer, right? The answer to that is Madden has the largest franchise mode community, which makes their neglect of the mode up until now the most egregious neglect, okay? Because they have the largest percentage of their fans that have wanted this and haven't been fed. It's because of the three, they have the worst franchise mode. So that's the worst situation. Second is MLB The Show. Third, and I'm gonna tell you a distant third, is 2K. The majority of 2K fans, man, I'm telling you, I've seen the analytics. I've said this to you guys before. I've seen the analytics. If you knew how fewer people were playing My NBA and MyGM, if you're a fan of those modes, you would fall down on your knees and thank the Lord that it is even still in the game, let alone as layered as it is. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. Okay, so to suggest that it's being neglected is just not true. It's just not true. And I got to bring it back up so I can make reference exactly. And then you say that the community is small. It's their own fault, bro. No, my NBA and my NBA Online's community is not small because they didn't fix this stuff. It's small because basketball is the most hip, current, contemporary sport there is in the world, which means there's the most young people playing it. Okay, most young people interested in it. Attention spans are not that high in the primary demographic that 2K serves. What is one of the biggest things that you need to properly appreciate a franchise mode? You need some time and an attention span. The majority of the people that 2K is catering the game to don't want to sit there going through a whole season playing against the computer, playing against whatever. And then I know we're talking about MyLeague Online, but so now we got to get an entire league together with people, and that it's just not their thing. And yet still 2K has the best franchise mode. Now I will criticize 2K when it is right, which, like I said, the MyLeague Online has way too many things under the hood that need to be fixed. Way too many things. And some of the stuff I'm like, why we still don't got that yet? Like, bro, what is good? Like, I'm totally with you there. But sometimes we get into this over speaking thing and start using words like neglect. And the reason why the community ain't bigger is because they haven't fixed this stuff. Man, they could fix everything under the hood that ever was wrong with MyLeague Online, and you not gonna start grabbing these kids off park. You're not gonna start grabbing these MyTeam heads out of MyTeam. You're not. So you're gonna have to find a way to combine those modes, which is a whole nother video in itself. and some sort of way to link it, almost similar to what MLB The Show does with Diamond Dynasty. But it's not because of these fixes for this mode. This is a niche. This is a very niche mode, man, and that's just what it is. And I am thankful that there's somebody at 2K who cares about these kinds of modes, that keeps it in the game. And I am afraid for the day that happens when that person moves on and, you know, does something different, retires or whatever, because I don't know what's gonna happen to basketball franchise mode at that point. I really don't. I'm just telling you on the real, because you could make a financial argument, a financially based argument, that they don't need the mode no more. And we know we're talking about business, right? So my man was saying about splitting the games. Okay, so here's the thing. This will probably never happen. Doesn't mean it's a bad idea. There's a plenty of good ideas that will probably never happen. But this will probably never happen. But let's say that it did. If it does, you'd have like MyCareer, Play Now Online, My NBA, My WNBA, My GM. You have all of that on one side. You have Park Pro Am Rec, MyTeam on the other side. And I feel like that would be a pretty decent split. But here's what you'd have to do. You'd have to have a classic edition, which would be the offline stuff, MyCareer, Play Now Online, My NBA, all of that. And then you have like, I don't know what you'd call it, like a style edition or whatever. And so that's where you get your Park, your Pro-Am, you know, the City, and MyTeam. All of that is on that. And then you would have like a deluxe edition that you get both. Okay. I think that that's the way to do that if you were going to do it. But again, I can't ever see that happening. And here's the reason why. The game is selling like 12, 13 million copies a year as it is. There's very little reason or incentive for them to rock that boat too much. You know, it's just not a lot of incentive there for them to do that. So I would be surprised if that happened. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But like I said, it would definitely be a surprise to me if they came up with that sort of a resolution or just wrinkle period.